this is happening. I know it's gonna be okay. We'll figure this out together.
I bought the camera on Amazon. Wednesday, March 3rd, $34.99. I remember because I debated the $52 with better resolution, then thought it's just for the dog. Our golden retriever, Bailey, had been acting weird when we left her alone, chewing stuff she hadn't touched since puppyhood. The camera arrived Friday. I set it up on the bookshelf angled toward the couch where Bailey usually slept. Tested it on my phone, worked fine, downloaded the app, got a notification every time it detected movement. Cute, I thought, I can check on Bailey during my lunch break. I installed it Saturday morning. My wife Sarah helped me position it. Make sure you can see her bed, she said, pointing to Bailey's corner. We both waved at the camera, laughing. I still have that clip saved. Us waving, smiling. That was Saturday. I first checked the footage on Tuesday, not because I suspected anything, because I was bored in a meeting. Sarah and I met at a wedding. Not even a good friend's wedding, my college roommate's cousin. I almost didn't go. She caught the bouquet and pretended to throw it back. I thought that was hilarious. We talked for 3 hours at the reception while drunk people danced to Cupid Shuffle. She worked in marketing. I did IT project management. We both thought our jobs were boring but paid well. Our first date was at an Olive Garden because she said she'd never been and wanted to know if the breadsticks were actually that good. They weren't, but we went back anyway because it became our thing. Stupid, but that's what you do when you're falling in love. You make mediocre chain restaurants meaningful. We dated for 2 years, normal relationship. Some fights, mostly about dumb stuff. She hated that I left cabinet doors open. I hated that she'd start conversations while I was clearly watching something. We moved in together after 18 months. Got engaged at the same Olive Garden. The server probably thought I was insane, but Sarah cried, so it worked. Married at 29, both of us. Small wedding, maybe 80 people. Honeymoon in Costa Rica. Got Bailey as a puppy 6 months after we got back because Sarah said the house felt empty during the day. If I'm being honest and I'm trying to be, things had been fine, not great, fine. We'd been married 4 years when this happened. The first 2 years were good, really good, but the last 2 we were roommates who had sex sometimes, maybe twice a month. We'd eat dinner watching Netflix, not talking. She'd be on her phone, I'd be on mine. I worked from home 2 days a week. She went to the office every day. We'd gotten into a routine, coffee together at 6:30 a.m. She'd leave by 7:45. I'd work in the spare bedroom. Bailey would sleep under my desk. When did it change? I don't know. That's the thing nobody tells you about relationships dying. There's no moment. It's 1,000 tiny moments. It's her stopping to laugh at your jokes. It's you stopping to ask about her day. It's both of you stopping to try. Did I take her for granted? Yeah, probably. I'd come home from the office and she'd ask how my day was and I'd say fine and not ask back. I'd make plans with my buddies without checking if she wanted to do something. I forgot our anniversary once, not forgot, but I didn't plan anything, just grabbed flowers on the way home. She tried, I think. Last summer she suggested we take a cooking class together. I said I was too busy. She asked if I wanted to go hiking one Sunday. I said I was tired. She stopped asking. Her friend Nicole came over a lot. They'd drink wine on our back patio, laughing loud enough I could hear them through my office window. I thought it was nice she had friends. I didn't think about why she preferred their company. Bailey was our thing, though. We both loved that dog. We'd argue about whose turn it was to walk her, but we'd both end up going together most of the time. That was when we still talked, on walks, about nothing important. The neighbors putting up new gutters, whether we should get Thai or pizza. I don't remember when Sarah started dressing nicer for work. Probably January. She bought new work clothes, started wearing makeup more. I noticed but didn't think about it. She'd always cared about how she looked. I figured she got a promotion or something. I didn't ask. The first time I checked the camera app was just curiosity. I was in a budget review meeting, you know, the kind where people argue about printer paper costs for 45 minutes. I opened the app under the table. Live feed showed our empty living room. Bailey was asleep on the couch even though she wasn't supposed to be on the couch. I smiled, took a screenshot to show Sarah later, like, look at this criminal. But then I saw the little icon. Previous recordings. Motion-activated clips saved for 30 days. I scrolled through them, mostly Bailey walking around, barking at nothing. Tuesday 2:34 p.m. Bailey chewing her toy. Wednesday 11:17 a.m. Bailey staring out the window. Then I saw Monday 1:47 p.m. Motion detected, 15-minute clip. I almost didn't click it. I don't know why I did. Boredom maybe. The clip started with our empty living room, then Sarah walked in. Okay, I thought, maybe she forgot something, came home during lunch. She wasn't alone. A man followed her in. Tall, dark hair, polo shirt. I didn't recognize him. They were laughing about something. She put her purse on the counter, the same purse she'd carried that morning when she kissed me goodbye. I should have stopped watching, but I couldn't. You know how when you're in a car accident, time slows down? That's what it felt like. Everything moved in slow motion, but also too fast to process. They sat on the couch, our couch. She tucked her legs under her the way she always did. He sat close, not touching but close. They talked, no audio on the cheap camera, remember? I couldn't hear what they were saying, but she laughed. That full-face laugh she used to do with me in the early days. When did she stop laughing like that with me? 17 minutes in, he touched her knee. She didn't move away. 23 minutes in, she leaned in, or he did. I've watched it 40 times and I still can't tell who moved first, but they kissed. I closed the app, set my phone face down on the table. Someone in the meeting asked me a question. I have no idea what I said. I didn't watch the rest, not then. I sat through the rest of the meeting, nodded when people talked, said sounds good at appropriate times. When it ended, I went to the bathroom, locked myself in a stall, didn't cry, couldn't, just sat there staring at the door of a corporate bathroom stall thinking about my wife kissing someone on our couch. I picked up my phone 6 times to call her, didn't. What would I say? Hey honey, funny story, the camera I set up to watch our dog caught you cheating. Instead, I went back to the app, scrolled through the previous clips. Thursday, 2:13 p.m., 27 minutes. Tuesday, 1:52 p.m., 19 minutes. Last Wednesday, 2:04 p.m., 38 minutes. I stopped counting. The worst part wasn't the kissing, it was everything else. In one clip, she made him coffee, used my mug, the one that says world's okayest husband that she bought me as a joke. They sat at our kitchen table. She showed him something on her phone. They laughed. In another clip, Bailey came up to him, wagging her tail. He petted her. Our dog liked him. I watched a clip from 2 weeks ago. After they kissed, she got up, went to the kitchen, came back with wine, 2 glasses. It was 2:30 on a Wednesday afternoon and my wife was drinking wine with another man in our living room. Who was he? I studied his face. Tried to remember if I'd seen him. At her work events? No. Her friends' parties? Maybe. I couldn't place him. I drove home at 4:30. She wouldn't be back until 6:00. I sat in my car in our driveway for 20 minutes. Our house looked the same. Blue shutters we'd painted together last spring. The mailbox I'd hit with the car backing out and never fixed. The garden Sarah planted that I kept forgetting to water. I went inside. Bailey greeted me, tail going crazy like she always did. I sat on the couch, the same spot where I'd watched my wife kiss him. It smelled like her lavender lotion. I looked up at the camera on the bookshelf. The little red light blinked. I didn't confront her that night, or the next night, or the night after that. People ask me why I waited. I don't have a good answer. Part of me thought maybe I'd misunderstood. Maybe he was a friend, maybe it was innocent, even though I'd watched her unbutton his shirt in one clip, even though I'd seen his hand under her sweater in another. The other part of me just wasn't ready. Once I said it out loud, it became real. We'd have to deal with it, talk about it, decide things, and I wasn't ready to decide things. So I pretended everything was normal. I kissed her when she got home, asked about her day. She said fine, boring meeting about Q2 projections. I nodded. We ordered Thai food, ate it watching The Office reruns we'd both seen 100 times. But I checked the camera every day. compulsively, during meetings, during lunch, before bed. Thursday, 1:39 p.m., 47 minutes. I watched that one in my car during my lunch break, couldn't finish it. I threw up in a Wendy's parking lot. That night I tried to, I don't know, reconnect. I suggested we watch a movie together, like actually together, not on our phones. She said she was tired. Went to bed at 9:00 p.m. Friday I worked from home. She left at 7:45 like always, kissed my cheek, said have a good day. At 1:00 p.m. I got a motion alert. I watched the live feed, watched her car pull into our driveway, watched her unlock our front door, watched him follow her inside. I was in our house upstairs in the office. They were downstairs. I could hear them, muffled voices, laughter. I sat at my desk completely still. Bailey was under my desk. I put my hand on her head. The voices got quieter. I knew what that meant. I opened the app, watched the live feed, watched them on our couch. I was 20 feet above them and I was watching them on my phone. I don't know how long I sat there, 5 minutes, 30, I heard our front door close, car starting, driving away. I stayed upstairs, kept working. When Sarah came up an hour later, showered, different clothes, I was on a conference call. She waved, mouthed, I'm making coffee, want some? I nodded. She brought me coffee in my world's okayest husband mug, kissed the top of my head, said you work too hard. That night we had sex. She initiated. It had been 3 weeks. Afterward, she fell asleep with her head on my chest like she used to when we first dated. I stared at the ceiling. I checked the footage from that afternoon, watched what happened while I was 20 feet away. Monday, I called in sick, couldn't do it, couldn't pretend anymore. Sarah left for work. I sat on the couch, looked at the camera, looked away. I needed to know who he was, checked her phone after she left it charging in the bathroom. No password, she'd never had one, went through her texts, nothing, checked Instagram DMs, Facebook Messenger, nothing. Then I saw her email, work email, exchange with someone named Derek from finance, casual stuff, meeting notes, then, can't wait for Wednesday. Derek from her company, I'd met him, once, last year's holiday party, tall guy, seemed nice, I shook his hand. Wednesday I didn't work from home, told my boss I had appointments, parked down the street from our house at 1:00 p.m., waited. Sarah's car at 1:34, silver Honda, his car at 1:38, blue Mazda. I sat there for 43 minutes, thought about going in, didn't. They left separately, Sarah first, then him 5 minutes later. I went inside, house smelled like her perfume and someone else's cologne, wine glasses in the sink, 2 of them, I washed them, put them away, don't know why. That night I asked her about her day, she said it was fine, said she had lunch with Nicole, showed me a picture on her phone, her and Nicole at some salad place. I wondered when she had time to grab that, before Derek, after. Friday I told her we needed to talk. We were eating dinner, leftover pizza, she was scrolling through Instagram. Sarah. Mwah. We need to talk. She looked up, okay, about what? My voice cracked, I hated that, I'd practiced what I'd say, planned to be calm, rational, but my voice cracked like a teenager. I know. Know what? I know about Derek. The fork stopped halfway to her mouth, she put it down slowly, what? I know, I've known for 2 weeks. She didn't ask how, didn't deny it, her face just closed like a door shutting. Okay, she said. Okay, that's what she said, okay. That's it, okay. What do you want me to say? I don't know, something, anything, an explanation, an apology. She looked at her plate, I'm sorry you found out. You're sorry I found out, not sorry you did it. I don't know what to tell you, Mike. We sat in silence, the kitchen clock ticked, Bailey whined at the back door. How long? I asked. Does it matter? Yes, it matters to me. 3 months. 3 months, while I was worrying about work deadlines and whether we needed new tires. 3 months. Do you love him? She didn't answer right away. That pause, that's what killed me. If she'd said no immediately maybe, but that pause. I don't know, she finally said. Do you love me? Another pause, longer this time. I don't know that either. I slept in the guest room that night, didn't really sleep, stared at the ceiling mostly, heard her crying in our bedroom around 2 a.m., wanted to go to her, didn't. She left for work the next morning without saying anything. I stayed home, called my sister, told her everything. She said get a lawyer. Said it like it was obvious, simple. Nothing felt simple. Sarah came home that evening with Nicole. They'd clearly been talking. Nicole gave me this look, half pity, half anger. I'm going to wait upstairs, she said to Sarah. We sat at the kitchen table, same table where I'd watched her drink coffee with him. I ended it, Sarah said. I told Derek we can't see each other anymore. Okay. I want to fix this, us. Do you? I think so. I know I messed up. I know I hurt you. I want to try. Why? What? Why do you want to fix it? Because you love me, or because it's easier than starting over? She didn't answer. I think that was an answer. We tried anyway. Couples therapy, found someone online, Dr. Patricia Morrison, nice lady, office in a converted house, smelled like vanilla candles. We went every Thursday at 6:00 p.m. First session, Dr. Morrison asked what brought us in. Sarah looked at me, I looked at my hands. I had an affair, Sarah said. He found out. How did you find out? Dr. Morrison asked me. I couldn't say nanny cam. It sounded insane, pathetic. I saw them together. We didn't talk much that first session. Dr. Morrison asked questions, we gave short answers. At the end she gave us homework. 15 minutes a day just talking about anything, no phones, no TV. We tried, we really did. We'd sit on the patio after dinner, set a timer, talk. Mostly we talked about nothing. The weather, Bailey's vet appointment, whether we needed to refinish the deck. We didn't talk about Derek, didn't talk about why she did it. Didn't talk about the fact that I'd watched her betray me dozens of times and said nothing. Session 3, Dr. Morrison asked Sarah why she thought she had the affair. I felt invisible, Sarah said. Mike was always working or tired or on his phone. We stopped being a couple, we were just cohabitating. Did you tell Mike you felt this way? I tried, he didn't listen. Dr. Morrison looked at me. Is that true? I thought about the cooking class, the hiking, the times she tried and I was too busy or too tired. Yeah, I said, that's true. That doesn't excuse what I did, Sarah added quickly. I know that, but that's why. Session 5, Dr. Morrison asked if I'd forgiven her. I don't know, I said. Some days I think I have. Then I'll see her on her phone and I wonder who she's texting, or she'll be late from work and I assume the worst. I want to trust her, I can't. That's normal, Dr. Morrison said. Trust rebuilds slowly. But here's the thing about trust. Once it's gone, I don't know if it ever fully comes back. Every time she went to work, I checked the camera. I'd watch her leave in the morning, then check throughout the day to make sure she didn't come back. She knew I was doing it. I wasn't subtle. She saw the app open on my phone once, didn't say anything. We had sex again 8 weeks after everything came out. It felt mechanical, performative, like we were trying to prove something. Afterward she cried, said she was sorry again. I held her, felt nothing. I started sleeping okay again around month 3, started eating normally, lost 14 pounds I didn't need to lose, then gained it back, went back to work full-time, told my boss I'd been dealing with personal issues. He didn't ask. We celebrated our 5th anniversary in June, went to the same Olive Garden where I'd proposed, ordered the same meals. It felt like visiting a museum of our relationship, looking at who we used to be behind glass. Are we going to make it? She asked over breadsticks. I don't know, I said. Do you want to? I thought about it, really thought about it. I don't know that either. We separated in August. She moved in with Nicole temporarily. We told people we needed space to work on things. That's what you say. Nobody says my wife cheated and I can't look at her without seeing someone else's hands on her body. The house felt empty. I'd come home and Bailey would greet me and that was it. No Sarah's keys on the counter, no her shoes by the door, no lavender lotion smell. I went on a date in October. Friend from work set me up with her cousin, nice woman, teacher. We got coffee. She asked what happened with my marriage. I said we grew apart. She nodded like she understood. We went on a second date, dinner. She touched my hand across the table. I excused myself to the bathroom, sat in the stall trying to breathe normally, went back, made an excuse, went home. Sarah and I filed for divorce in November. No fault, irreconcilable differences, that's what they call it. Sounds so clinical. We divided things. She took the bed, I couldn't sleep in it anyway. I took the couch, same one I know, but I couldn't afford new furniture. We alternated weeks with Bailey. That was the hardest part. The divorce was final in March, exactly 1 year after I bought the camera. I saw Derek once, accidentally, at Target. He was buying dish soap, looked like a regular guy. I wanted to hit him, wanted to tell him he helped destroy my marriage. But what would that change? Sarah made her choices. So did I. I chose to stay silent for 2 weeks, chose to watch instead of confront, chose to try to fix something that was broken before either of us wanted to admit it. I still have the camera. Moved it to face the front door for actual security now. Sometimes I scroll back through those old clips, not to torture myself, just to remember, to try to understand when everything fell apart. Was it when she first kissed him, when I first suspected and did nothing, or years before when we stopped trying? I'm dating again. Sort of, apps mostly. Coffee dates that go nowhere. One woman made it to date 4. She asked why my last relationship ended. I told her the truth this time. She said that must have been hard. I said yeah, we didn't go out again. Work is fine. I got promoted actually, threw myself into it. Probably the same way I did before, the same thing that pushed Sarah away. I should probably work on that. Bailey's good, she's mine full time now. Sarah met someone, not Derek, someone else, and he's allergic. She cried when she told me. I said it was okay. It is okay. Bailey's better off with consistency anyway, that's what I tell myself. People ask if I've forgiven Sarah. I don't know how to answer that. I'm not angry anymore, most days. Sometimes I'll hear a song we used to like and I'll feel that spike of rage all over again, but mostly I'm just tired of being angry. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she was unhappy and she made a choice. A selfish choice. A choice that hurt me, but I made choices too. I chose to ignore her when she was unhappy. Chose to watch her betray me for weeks instead of confronting it immediately, chose to try to fix something maybe neither of us wanted fixed. Dr. Morrison asked me once what I learned from all this. Therapy question, I know, but I thought about it. I learned that relationships don't end dramatically, they end quietly. In moments you don't notice, when you stop asking about someone's day and meaning it, when you'd rather scroll your phone than talk, when I'm too tired becomes a reflex instead of a reality. I learned that cameras can't save a marriage. They can show you what's broken, but they can't fix it. I learned that betrayal doesn't just hurt in the moment. It changes how you see everything that came before. All those happy memories, now I wonder if she was happy, or if she was already thinking about leaving, about finding something more. I learned that forgiveness isn't a switch you flip, it's something you do every day, or don't do. Some days I forgive her, some days I forgive myself for my part in it, some days I'm back to being angry at everyone. I removed the camera from the bookshelf, couldn't stand looking at it. It's in a drawer now. Sometimes I think about throwing it away, haven't yet. I'm okay, not great, not healed, just okay. I get up, go to work, come home to Bailey, see friends sometimes. My sister checks in every few days. I'm eating better, sleeping better, not watching romantic movies yet, but I can get through the grocery store without avoiding the aisle where Sarah's favorite cereal is. Is this what moving on looks like? I don't know, maybe it's just what getting used to it looks like. Sarah texted me last month, said she was sorry. Again, said she'd been thinking about everything and she handled it all wrong. I texted back, thank you for saying that. She asked if we could get coffee sometime. Talk, I haven't responded yet. Part of me wonders what would happen if we tried again, if we actually tried this time, both of us, fully, but I think about sitting across from her at coffee and I can still see her with him, on our couch, laughing, and I don't know if that ever goes away. The camera is still in the drawer. Sometimes I think about those clips, not of Sarah and Derek, the ones before, me and Sarah waving when we first set it up, smiling, stupid and happy and naive about what was coming. I wish I could go back to that Saturday. I wish I'd never bought the camera. Or I wish I'd bought it sooner and confronted her the first time. Or I wish I'd never needed it at all because we'd actually talked to each other. But you can't go back, you can only go forward, even when you don't know where forward is. If you've been through something like this, caught someone, confronted them or didn't, tried to fix it or didn't, does it get easier? Or do you just get better at carrying it around? Let me know in the comments. Because honestly, I'm still figuring this out. And I think I need to know I'm not the only one who doesn't have answers yet. Some days are better than others. Today's an okay day. Tomorrow might not be. That's where I'm at. And Bailey's snoring next to me on the couch. That helps.